open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Siddharth Rauri here, and in today's video, I'll be doing a simple acid-base neutralization reaction, but using only kitchen ingredients. Sounds interesting, right? And before moving on, I'd like to mention that I'm a professor, scientist, chemist, etc., but just an 18-year-old guy who would love to share with you all the fun of doing this experiment. So without wasting time anymore, let's set this rolling. If you want to try this experiment at home, please be careful and exercise caution. Better to be safe than to be sorry. Also, apologies in advance for the way I might pronounce certain words. So now, proceeding. The aim of the experiment is to demonstrate you all a simple acid-base neutralization reaction using only kitchen ingredients. As for the requirements, they include lemon juice, baking soda, food grade cups or plates and teaspoon carry out the reaction, and another ingredient which I'll introduce to you all later in this video, and also give a justification as to why I will be using it. So I'll talk you through a little bit about the theory part. As you know, in the language of chemistry, acid is a molecule or an ion capable of donating an hydrogen H plus ion, which in this case will be called a Bronsted-Lowry acid, or capable of accepting an electron pair, a Lewis acid in this case. In the special case of aqueous solutions, proton donors form the hydronium H3O plus ion and are known as Arrhenius acids. Acids form aqueous solutions with a sour taste, can turn blue litmus red, and react with bases and certain metals like calcium to form salts. They have a pH of less than 7. Some examples include hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, and sulfuric acid. As for a base, it is a molecule or an ion capable of accepting an hydrogen H plus ion, a Bronsted-Lowry base, or capable of donating an electron pair, a Lewis base. As an Arrhenius base, it must produce hydroxide ions in an aqueous solution. Bases can taste bitter, change the color of red litmus paper to blue, and react with acids to form salts. They have a pH of more than 7. Some examples include potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, and barium hydroxide. Now, to define an acid-base reaction in simple words, it can be defined as a chemical reaction that occurs between an acid and a base. A neutralization reaction is when an acid and a base react involving the combination of hydroxyl ions and hydrogen ions, forming salt and water. Now, to give you a few examples, when sodium hydroxide is added to hydrochloric acid, sodium chloride and water are formed. Another example, milk of magnesia, where a base is given as antacid in the case of indigestion to neutralize the excess acid produced in the stomach. On to the experiment. I'll be first doing this in stepwise. First, I'll be taking a glass. As you can see, there's a food grade one, a cup you could say. Apologies, because right now I'll be doing the experiment, so just can't focus on what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll be taking about 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Next, for the second step, I'll just hold the camera right there, and yep, I'll be taking a teaspoon of lemon juice. Just take a little bit more. Just be generous. I'll be just be generous. So yep, and mix it well. Now, as you can see, there's a fizz visible from the ongoing reaction, and I'll explain it to you as to what happened just right there. So what happened was not one but two reactions. First, between citric acid present in the lemon juice and baking soda. Citric acid has 3 carboxyl groups, therefore it reacts like a triprotic acid. The stoichiometric ratio baking soda to citric acid is 3:1. As the reaction proceeds, the end products are trisodium citrate, a salt, water, and carbon dioxide gas. Second, vitamin C, aka ascorbic acid, present in the lemon juice, reacts with baking soda. The end products are sodium ascorbate, water, and carbon dioxide gas. Both trisodium citrate and sodium ascorbate are salts in their own right. To make things a little bit more interesting, I'll be using 1 teaspoon of dishwashing liquid. And why? Well, it's to trap the CO2 gas evolved during the reaction in the form of bubbles. So, I'll be carrying on the reaction once again. This time, once again I'll repeat it. Around 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And to it, I'll be adding a little bit of dishwashing liquid. I'm going to mix both of them well. This might take some time. Just hoping that it'll get done quickly. And now we're done with that. That's good. And yep, and one more thing I want to mention, that there's no cooking channel. Like, you might be thinking, like, why am I showing you like a cooking show? But again, I'm just carrying out the reaction and giving the circumstances right here, so it might look like one to you. So yep, moving on. Around just a teaspoon of lemon juice. Let's mix it that well. Now you can see there's a froth forming, courtesy to the dishwashing liquid also being added into the mix. So that would be natural. And I hope you can just see, I'll just bring it a bit closer to the camera, like the bubbles being trapped. So the dishwashing liquid has accomplished the mission, and hopefully even I have accomplished my aim as well, which was to show you a simple acid-base neutralization reaction. So yep, that's all for this video. Hope you guys found this fun and interesting one. And yep, if you got anything to comment, like anything, like if you got anything to suggest or any other stuff that you like to do, like an DIY reaction or an experiment without that isn't like, that's fun and that can be carried out at home, so please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's make that a little bit interactive one, the comment section. Thanks for watching, take care and be well.